going to be showing you a pretty cool trick, but this video is going to be a little bit different because I am not doing a performance. I'm just going to dive in how to do this trick, because if I want to do this trick, I do need a spectator. I cannot perform this trick without a spectator. It would just be physically impossible. So, I am just going to give you a rundown of the trick because it's pretty straightforward, and then I'm just going to dive into the tutorial. It's not that hard, but it's also very powerful. So, here's what the trick is about. You can have the spectator freely select a card or think of a card. It doesn't matter. And then you can have them do some math. They're going to give you a result at the end, and based on the result that they give you, you are automatically going to know the card that they picked or the card that they're thinking of. So it's pretty powerful effect. It really gets to them, and I'm going to teach you how you can do that right now. So what you're going to need is any deck of cards. It really doesn't matter, or the best part is you actually don't even need a deck of cards. If you don't have a deck of cards on you and you want to do this trick, you can just tell the spectator to think of a card. Just tell them to think of any card in the pack. It truly doesn't matter. But if you have a deck of cards on you and you want to use the cards, they can just freely select any card from the pack if they want. It truly doesn't matter. So it's completely up to you. You can have them select a card from the pack, or you can just have them mentally think of one. I personally recommend you let them mentally think of one, because then the end effect is a little more cooler, because it seems like you got in their head and you are a true mentalist. If you have the cards, then they might think that you forced them or something like that. But it's up to you. But again, I recommend that you just let them think of the card. So basically, I'm going to go over this right now. Here's what you're going to do. The spectator, again, can pick any card. So I'll just use this top card, for example. Let's say they are thinking of the 6 of spades. I'm going to put the rules up right now. So you'll see a screen, and these are all the rules on how to pull off this trick. Step 1 is tell them to multiply the value of their card by 2. So we had a 6 of spades, so we're just looking at the value. 6 times 2 is 12. So here is the second step. The second step is to take the result and add 5 to it. So we had 12. 12 plus 5 is 17. Then here is step 3. Tell them to multiply the result by 5. And if they need a calculator, let them do the calculations just so it's a little bit easier. And 17 times 5 would be 85, I believe. Yes, it would be 85. So, then here is the fourth step. So, tell them to pay attention because this is really important. If the suit of their card is a club, you're going to tell them to add 1 to the result. If the suit that they picked is a heart, you're going to tell them to add 2 to the result. If the suit they picked is a spade, you're going to tell them to add 3 to the result. If the suit they picked is a diamond, you're going to tell them to add 4 to the result. In this case, we had the 6 of spades, so we have a spade, which means we're going to add 3 to the result. So we had 85, which means we now have 88. So from here, that is going to be their final number, 88. Now, once they have gone through all of these steps, you're going to have the spectator tell you the final number they get. So they'll say they got 88 in this example. And all you have to do is subtract 25 from the number that they picked. So they picked 88. And you're not doing this out loud. You're not telling them you subtract 25. You're just subtracting the 25 in your head without them knowing. So you do 88 minus 25, and you will get 63. So if you do 88 minus 25, you will get 63. Now, that number in your mind is what you're going to use to determine their selected card. So again, they tell you the value, you secretly subtract 25 from their value in your head, so you get 63, and this is going to let you know. The first digit, if it's a 2-digit number, I'll explain if you get a 3-digit number in just a moment. If it's a 2-digit number, what's going to happen is the first digit is going to be the value of their card, and 63, 6, it works out perfectly. And the second digit is going to let you know the suit. Now, how? Remember how I said If it's a club, add 1. If it's a spade, if it's a heart, add 2. If it's a spade, add 3. If it's a diamond, add 4. Well, coincidentally, the spade is add 3, and the second digit is a 3. So if the second digit is a 1, it's a club. If it's a 2, it's a heart. If it's a 3, it's a spade. If it's 4, it's a diamond. So it's so straightforward. You get 63 of the result. The first is 6, and the second is 3. So 3 lets you know it's a spade. Isn't that amazing how mathematics works that way? It just happens to tell you the card. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. I'm going to come back to the screen now. Okay. What if they select... Well, I shouldn't say select. What if a 3-digit number comes out? Well, you're only going to get a 3-digit number if they select 10 through king. So now I'm going to mention this right now. 10 is 10, jack is 11, queen is 12, and king is 13. Those are the values. Aces are 1, by the way. So, if they happen to pick a jack, queen, or king, I'm just going to go, let's say they go with the jack of hearts. So, let's say they pick a jack of hearts. So, again, if they pick a 10, jack, queen, or king, the result at the end is going to be a 3-digit number. So, I'm going to walk you through this right now. So, let's do all the steps again. Multiply it by 2. 11 times 2 is 22. Add 5 is 27. Multiply that by 5 is 135. It's a heart, so now we add 2, which is 137. They are going to tell you the answer. And then... so the answer was, what we say 127, yeah, 127, I just got lost there, and then they tell you, you secretly subtract 25 in your head, and you would get 112, so, you can see the result is a 3-digit number now, so what do I do this time? Now, it's the same exact thing, but remember, jack is 11, queen is 12, king is 13, so this time, the first 2 digits tell you what value the card is, and the last digit just tells you what the suit is again. So in this case, we had 112, right? The first 2 digits, 1 and 1, that's 11. So if jack is 11, I know the value, the card they picked is a jack, and then the last digit, 112, 2 is the last digit, and we know that 2 is a heart because I told you to add 2 if it's a heart. So that lets me know it's the jack of hearts. So does it make sense to you guys? If you get a 2-digit number, the first digit's the value, the second digit's the suit. If you get a 3-digit number, the first 2 values are the value, the last digit is the suit. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. I just really want to share this trick with you because I think it's absolutely brilliant. And again, you do not need a deck of cards to pull this off. You can just go anywhere, anytime, and tell the spectator to think of any card in the pack. That's what I love about this one. So, let me know what you guys think about this really, really simple trick. So, make sure to leave a comment below, like the video, and of course, subscribe to the channel, please. It would mean a lot to me. We have 76 subscribers, and I am still aiming to get that 100 subscriber goal. And then my goals will get bigger as that goes on. If you want to know more about my future goals, make sure to click on my About section and check that out. So, anyways, that is pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, like I said. So, when it comes to magic, follow your dreams. I will see you guys in the next one. Cardtrix 8, signing off. Peace out, boys.